Yeah, yeah, we
Love talking indoor football. I had to bring in the IFL Defensive Player of the Week,
yes,
Darin Hungerford.
How you doing, Dave?
Awesome. What kind of honor is it to you to receive an award like that?
It's an amazing honor just being recognized. You think of all the great players in the league that I know personally or that I pay attention to throughout the league. Just being recognized as, the player of the week for this week, definitely it feels amazing. But we kind of talked earlier, I definitely want to give all the shout out to my teammates and my coaches. Without the coaches, my preparation wouldn't have been there. They had me really sharp this week, and it just showed off in the game. But Tuesday through Thursday, the work was really put in, and my teammates just being on the field with those 7 other guys and them playing their butt off. I want to say it only pushes me. So without them, it definitely wouldn't even have been possible. I just want to give them all the praise, and even though like I said, my name is on the award, but this is a Bay Area Panthers defense award for sure.
11 tackles for the game, 2.5 for loss. We're seeing the sack there with the forced fumble against Duke City. You also had 2 plays in coverage. I thought that kind of blew my mind as well. So now standing game for Hungerford and the Panthers, who come up with that massive win over Duke City, 69-52. So that's a franchise record for points.
I didn't even know that.
At 62 twice this year. So Coach King said, hey, a good defense is one thing, but we're helped out by having a really good offense.
No, really, 100%. The offense, them boys they do their thing every single week. It's amazing to watch them just grow every single week. And now they're at the point where they are rolling. Like they have the confidence to go with it. So seeing them work every day and then seeing their confidence come along, and now just watching them roll week by week. Sometimes I wish they would score a little slower, but I would say give me a little break, but you can't even be mad at it. Like it's amazing to have a luxury like that for sure.
And also special teams too. Got to give a shout out to Meek and the crew because he has been tremendous.
Hey, I tell Meek every week, I say, look, man, you're different. Like you're different. Like, and he shows it every time. So I'm glad we got him here, and he's been amazing to have about. And he's a game changer. He's lightning in a bottle, literally. Lightning in a bottle, and like we saw literally this week, right out of halftime, changes the whole game with his return. So I would say he works hard as anybody else, makes plays in practice, and he works his butt off. And so I'm glad everything is showing for him too. Just being able to play with him last year and this year, I would say it's amazing.
Shall inherit the earth, right?
I'm telling you, nah, really. I would say he's taking over the earth. I'm telling you.
Hey, this was a big win for you to take that 1-game lead in the Western Conference. But Dixie said this particular play he thought was the biggest of the game.
McCullum. They turn him back. There's your stop. Darin Hungerford.
Yeah, the Panthers had just given up a safety, so you're down 16-14. They're looking to add on to that lead. And there was a great play. In fact, Bridges had a tackle about the 1-inch line.
Yeah, right before.
That can't be overlooked because they ended up going back with a penalty, get to back to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, we got a false start. Yeah, false start, and then push them back another 5. But no, 100% after the safety is like we allow that score there. We're down 2 possessions. The whole game from that point on changes. So we knew as soon as we stepped on the field what time it was, and it was time to bite down. We just kept, like Coach Keith kept telling us, we told each other, like, we got to find a way right here. And it's amazing that we did. You mentioned Marquise made that huge play right before. And then really, Coach, everybody gives me, once again, I get the credit for the play. But I'm going to tell you, there at defense, when we watch the film, like there's such thing as, I make the play, but somebody else, I made the tackle, but somebody else made the play. And the guy who really made that play, that was Malik Dorton right there, our nose tackle. Number 15, if he did not bully that center like he did and literally bull rush him back, it would have been a whole different place. So if I know Malik's gonna watch this, and I just want to let him know, like I made the tackle, but you made the play, like 100%.
You give credit to the teammates, and one guy I want to give some recognition who wasn't on the field for that game is Wes Bowers. You've got this great tag team at linebacker. In fact, I don't know if teams in the IFL do it because that position, that guy gets beat up.
It's a lot. Yeah.
You need one guy to be great, but the Panthers have two guys that are great, and Wes can really bring it.
No, Wes, look, and it's so me and him get along so well, and from day one, it's really been a great connection. And from day one, we told each other like we're the best, like we know we're the best. Like as soon as we got to work, and in practice, we always push each other. You know, we're communicating with each other. When he plays, I'm constantly in his ear on what I'm seeing and, things like that. And even when I'm playing, he's the same way. Like as soon as I come off the sideline, he's the first person I'm looking for to, get his feedback, what he's seeing, things like that. So we've made a great work relationship, and it's really worked out for both of us. And to see both of us excel and be great and get the recognition, it's amazing. I would say I'm so happy to have him, and moving forward, I would say I know we're going to push each other to greatness in these last few weeks.
Keith said that this system wouldn't work unless both guys buy in. Right? Because your competitors, you want to be out there. So
yes.
You got to, man. You don't find out the day of the game. So it's a big deal that each of you got each other's back.
No, 100%. At the end of the day, we know we have each other's back, and not saying that, at times we, like I said, we both know we're competitors. So at times it's hard. Yeah, of course it's hard. But at the end of the day, it's all about support. Like I know for a fact he's going to support me, and I know at the end of the day I'm going to support him. So whatever the coaches decide, it's like, all right, you're up this week. Go be great. I say we know what you're gonna. If he's playing, I'm like, look, you know you're gonna kill it tonight. You're ready. I would say just go show it, and then from there he goes and he does his thing, and it's amazing to watch. Like watching him always puts a smile on my face.
Team is cooking right now, winning 5 out of 6, 3 in a row, heading down to the desert to take on Arizona.
Huge.
It's a pretty big game, I guess, right, in the Western Conference race. What's the level of confidence like going down to a place where those guys almost never lose at home?
Definitely. I mean, just carrying the feelings that I've been in the environment last year with Northern Arizona, and so I know knowing what you're stepping into. That's a major part of it, and then also just there's no way to really prepare for the moment. It's just about your preparation, and then from there, once you get on the field, it's just execution. I would say usually in the game, you're zoned out anyway. Like it's crazy to say, but like it could be 15,000 people probably like there is going to be on Sunday. But when you're in the game, it's just like you don't even see anything behind those walls, and the noise gets drowned out, and you're just in that zone. So at the end of the day, that's why I say the environment is what it is, but most of the time it's going to come down to you locking in when you're zoned in. How great are you executing? How consistent are you going to be? So I think that's where our confidence is going to come from. We're putting in great preparation. We're just going to continue we still got time to prepare. So we're definitely respecting who we're playing. I want to say that because we know there's a good squad on the other side when we go to Arizona, and I know for a fact that they respect us, and we have just as much respect for them. So it's just two great teams just about to battle it out. And I know for a fact it's going to be a fun game, exciting game, and those are always the best games to play when you're lining up across from a guy who's just as capable and wants it just as bad. So those are always the funnest games. But at the end of the day, it's just all about respect and love. I would say, and at the end of the game, it's always big respect to those guys, and they always give respect back. So shout out to those boys, big definitely. I'm saying we're not looking past them at all. A lot of attention to detail this week. Yeah,
Drew Powell's playing at the height of his powers. He's the IFL Offensive Player of the Week, and they're cooking. They've won 3 of the last 4. In fact, he wasn't at 100% the entire game in that first matchup. In fact, the Panthers had not stopped them at all until they got to the fourth quarter. He came up with this huge play.
Rattlers 40, Panthers 40. Drew Powell. Deflected and picked off. Darin Hungerford. The first turnover of the season and the first stop for Bay Area.
Panthers going to score on a sneak touchdown to take the first lead and then hang on to get the victory. So that was a nerve-wracking experience at the SAP Center.
That was a crazy game. And for it to be the first game, that was even wilder.
In fact, it went down to a 2. Powell had a run to get them within 1. And then Kevin Guy with 23 seconds left went for 2 and the win. And we'll check this out here because it was, like I said, high drama at the SAP Center.
Bringing back a lot of memories right here.
Yeah, here we go. Now, they're going for 2. I can see with 23 seconds left, Panthers have all 3 timeouts, so you can't really second guess because if they just kick the one, Bay Area's got a bunch of time. You come up with that massive stop there.
Yeah, it was a great play call from Coach Keith, and everybody just executed. I'm about to say we knew them coming in. Once we got in that situation, there was no doubt they were going to go for 2 on the road in a game like that. I would say so. We were just prepared for it. Coach Keith made a great call, and thank goodness my instincts just kind of took over, put me in the right place, and made the play. I would say me and KB. I would say that was a great play right there. And
Bill Atkins took away the intended receiver.
That was the biggest part about it. Bill covering that back that they tried to sneak out. I guess they probably thought our end was going to take, but Bill did a great job covering that, and it just made him hesitate for that half second, just enough for me to get there and then finish it out.
Yeah, massive win. I know the Panthers felt fortunate to win against a great team like that. The Rattlers
100%.
had played the previous week.
100%.
And for our team, it was only a couple
week
weeks.
One. Yeah, that was week 1. Yeah, I would say it was a lot. That was definitely a huge way to start the season. We were, and once again, that just goes back to offense. The way the offense played that game was amazing as well. Them boys were rolling for a first game. Usually, offense takes a couple weeks to settle in, but for them boys to come out in our first game, the Rattlers defense playing their week 2, and for them to play the way they played, that was a huge credit to those boys because they came out ready. Defense, we were more so. Defense is always a little easier to play because at the end of the day, your assignment, and then at the end of the day, you can just find the ball and make a play. But offense is a lot of timing, little things that go into that. Very technical on the offensive side. So big shout out to the offense for us being in that game, and then defense, we just do what we do. Stay patient. When the play comes, just make it. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, we were fortunate enough to come away with that one.
47-46 the final. Last year you played for Rob Keefe, the team that won the championship coming off the 1-win season, then going on to win the title. You're back to try to do it again with the team that won 1 game the year before.
Yeah, ironic.
Now, did you know that Keefe was such an accomplished dancer?
I didn't. I didn't.
Well, he's gone viral with this, and we'll talk about it.
He's all over.
Something like this. Tag team back again. Check it, direct it, let's begin. Party on, party people, let me hear some noise. DC's in the house, jump, rejoices. There's a party over here, a party over there. Wave your hands in the air, shake the dairy, yeah. These 3 words mean you're getting busy. Whoop, there it is, hit me. Whoop, there it is. 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 Upside down and inside out. I'm about to show all you folks what it's all about. Now it's time for it to get on the mic and make this party hot. I'm taking it back to the old school, cause I'm an old fool who's so cool. If you wanna get down, I'ma show you the way. Whoop, there it is. Let me hear you say, whoop, there it is. Come on, y'all. Whoop, there it is. Louder. Whoop, there it is. Come on, y'all. Whoop, there it is. Louder. Whoop, there it is. Come on, y'all. Whoop, there it is.
I'm telling you, that video kills me every time. Every time.
I asked him, hey, what's it like to go viral? And Keefe says, I always go viral.
Yeah. Look, I promise you, every time we go on an away game or a home, he's like, look, I know I'm going to look stupid, but I don't care. As long as I can communicate with y'all the way that I need to, that's all I care about. So he already knows, I'm sure he didn't expect the video and you guys to edit it the way he did, but he already knows how he looks, and he just doesn't care. He's such a winner. Is like all his energy goes in, all his energy throughout the week, all his energy, everything he does is to win. So, and we appreciate his preparation and what he does to put us in position to make the plays that we make. But I promise you, he works harder than anybody that I know, for sure.
Well, I love watching him compete and love watching his smile. I really appreciate the time.
No, I appreciate you, Dave. I would say it's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. This was fun.
I got you. The IFL Defensive Player of the Week, Panthers linebacker Darin Hungerford.